House approved a stopgap bill this afternoon to fund the federal government for 45 more days. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy dropped demands for steep spending cuts in attempts to win the support of Democrats. The package now goes to the Senate. The bill does not include financial help for Ukraine, but does increase disaster assistance by $16 billion. That approval comes just hours before the midnight deadline to fund the government. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Maria Elena Boloris. If the Senate approves the bill and if President Joe Biden signs it both by midnight tonight, that will keep the government open for another 45 days. This gives the House and the Senate more time to finish complete funding legislation. But if in 45 days they don't come to an agreement, many government-run programs could come to a close. 10 on your side's Raven Payne joins us live now from Norfolk. So, Raven, you had a chance to talk to officials at the Food Bank of Southeastern Virginia and the Eastern Shore. What is their mindset tonight?
Well, they say this is looking to be challenging. I spoke with Christopher Tan, the president of the Food Bank of Southeastern Virginia and the Eastern Shore, and he says lines here are already long, and with this government shutdown, they're bracing and preparing for those lines to get even longer. That shutdown could happen tomorrow at 12:01 a.m. However, this afternoon, the House passed that 45-day funding plan to prevent it. And the bill, again, still has to pass the Senate and get signed by President Biden. Whether there's a shutdown now or potentially in 45 days, a lot of people would be impacted. Air traffic controllers, government workers, and service members would have to work without pay. And the Hampton Roads area alone has 83,000 active duty military members, according to the Hampton Roads Chamber. Christopher Tan with the Food Bank of Southeastern Virginia tells me this upcoming week is looking to be challenging.
If the government shuts down tomorrow, the need doesn't happen immediately, right? But it certainly will happen in the next week or two. So we're preparing by looking at our inventory, looking at what foods we could get to quickly, and whether or not we would have to stand up some distributions that we maybe normally wouldn't have to help meet those needs.
And coming up later, he tells me why the 45-day funding plan could be a greater impact to the food bank. Live in Norfolk, Raven Payne, 10 on your side.